Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Dave Lee from Dave Lee's English, and you've already gone through all the pronunciation with Pronuncia Plus. Now let's get to the plus. Matter of fact, let's look at this. You've gone through all the pronunciation if you've been with us so far. You've also gone through a lot of intonation because we did those tongue twisters, the trava-linguas every time, and we looked at the intonation of the sentences. So it kind of gave you an idea for the rhythm. And we also talked about reduction, when that fit into the equation of the tongue twisters, how words are reduced in English, like the word of is often reduced to how and is reduced to an or just n. So we've looked at a lot of this, and then we looked a little bit at linking with the ing sound, linking over to a vowel sound. But we're really going to get into that now, because once you get that, we get to the really fun part, the personalize it for you. If you remember, we did a dialogue at the very beginning of the course, and it was about getting on an airplane and flying to the United States and talking to an American on the way over there. So we did it from the perspective of one person, basically me, but we're going to change that and make it so it can be you who's doing the talking and not the metro out there. So let's get into linking. There are three basic kinds of linking, and the most important one is C to V, consonant to vowel. And this happens all the time in almost every sentence in English. Here's two words that you'll see together a lot. Is it. Is it. And if you're just reading, there's a blank space between is and it, and you may be tempted to pronounce it, is it. Well, that's fine. You will be understood perfectly clearly if you pronounce it like that. But that's not how natives say it. So if you want to sound more native, and even more importantly, if you want to understand natives when they speak to you, it's good to know that you don't say is it, you say is it, is it. So what's happening here? This last consonant is going to jump over and join the next word, because the next word starts with a vowel. So is it becomes is it, is it. In the same way, does it becomes does it, does it. And will it becomes will it, will it. So here and here, the S sound, the Z sound actually jumps over. Here the L sound jumps over. Like, is it raining? Is it raining? We don't say, is it raining? Is it raining? Does it rain? Like, we're in, I'm in Brasilia right now. During the dry season, I start thinking, does it ever rain here? Does it? Does it ever rain? And will it rain? Will it rain? So, but let's go on to another very common word in the English language, the word a or it gets reduced to almost all the time. So can a metro make noise? Yes, yes it can. So instead of can a, it's canna. And on a, you'll find that combination a lot. I sat on a chair, but we don't say I sat on a chair. We say I sat on a chair. On a. Okay, pretty straightforward so far. That's how almost all consonant to vowel linking works. But let's get to the tricky one here. The of, and particularly kind of. This is a very common expression in English. You walk outside and all of a sudden you feel it's warmer outside than it is inside. You say, wow, it's kind of hot out here. Kinda. So kind of, of, we talked about, you reduce the of to a lot of the time. So instead of kind of, you have kind of, and a lot of times it gets reduced even more than the of. It's kinda. So that's why I put the little F in parentheses. But not only does the word of get reduced a lot of times, kind gets reduced a lot of times. And instead of kind of, that D gets eliminated and the N jumps over to the next word. So it's kind of. It's kind of hot outside. It's kind of hot. Are you warm? It's kind of warm in here. It is kind of warm in here. So that's kind and of, very common reduction and linking that happens in English. And let's look at another super common one here. Lot of. Now you remember, if you've gone all the way through Pronuncia Plus, you know that the T, when it's between two vowels, it often gets reduced to what Americans think of as a D, but Brazilians think of it as like the R in janeiro. So it's, instead of lot of, it becomes lot of. And again, this F, which actually has a V sound here, can get taken off a lot of times, a lot of the time. So it becomes lotta. There are a lot of people out here tonight. There are a lot of people who want to learn how to speak English, and they're going to get there if they keep practicing. Don't give up. You got this. So that's linking consonant to vowel. This is the most important linking. So really focus on this, get this concept down, and we'll look at the two other kinds in the following days, and then we'll get into the really fun part, personalizing it for you. Thanks for watching. God bless you, and we'll see you next time.